Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Sunday, the 27th of October, 2019. This is my weekly video. Unusual, I know, doing it on a Sunday, but this week we've had friends over from Australia visiting us, and we left town for a couple of days too, so it's just been a bit hectic, so hence the Sunday update. So obviously the markets are closed. So first up, welcome to everyone that's new to the JAGfx, or watch the videos, or for the first time, or come to the Facebook group or the Telegram group. This is a Facebook group. A lot of new members, seem to be a pretty steady sort of increase, which is great. Thanks for that. If you're new, just have a look in this files folder here on the left. Not sure it is where it is on a mobile app, but that's it on the laptop here, and you'll find everything that you need to see. FAQs, etc., trade results, the multiple trade spreadsheet, trade screenshots, it's all there. So it's in that files folder in the JAGfx group. It's on the left here. If you go to the discussion, if you read the top post, pinned announcement post from Christina here, read that. It tells you where everything is basically. So let's have a quick look at the news this week coming up. What have we got? Sunday, daylight savings is all changing. New Zealand, we have a public holiday. They're probably sulking a little bit about getting knocked out of the Rugby World Cup. Unexpected, but well done, England. And let's have a look. I think we've got, Canadian interest rates on the Wednesday. Looks like a busy week, actually. And I'm pretty sure on Thursday we've got interest rate news out of the US too, and expecting a cut there. That's a big one. What else we have? Interest rate news out of Japan. I don't know if they can drop any further. And it'll be the first Friday in the month by looks, so that means there should be unemployment, non-farm payroll type figures out of the US on the Friday. There's no Canadian employment numbers. They must be the following Friday. But yeah, so it's a big week in news, guys. Big week. So that's just the Forex Factory. It's in my local time. You can filter it to make it look like what you want with regards to what news you want to see. So that's good. Let's have a quick look at the spreadsheets. So we'll go to the spreadsheets here, and this is the shared one. So high probability and mod MACD combined. This is a spreadsheet. I think we're up to about 300 and something, 373 trades at the moment. I try to update this every day, so it's pretty straightforward. If you see blue, it's complete and it's profitable. If you see red and it's complete, it's unprofitable. If you see yellow, it means there's been a partial close, and I'm waiting for the remaining close, so there's plenty of yellow there. If you see this ugly sort of green colour here, just pretty close to a break-even trade. Sometimes slightly profitable, sometimes slightly negative, but just what I call a break-even trade. Red in here is just the, if it's a high risk against a trend sort of trade, a lot of them are put there. HP or mod MACD, high probability or mod MACD trade. What trade it is HP, it's the first one or the third one or whatever, hedge, fourth hedge or something like that. Go across to the results, you see all the pairs I'm trading. Don't worry about the green highlight, that's just pairs I was looking at. I'm going to modify how many pairs I traded at the moment. I'm trading them all still. And the overall results, pips and profit loss in dollars, and here's the overall profit pips. Pips is not really that important, as I explained, but the dollar thing is obviously. So it's only based on a 0.02 base lot, so that's all right. And we started in June, late June. So not too bad. We sort of stagnated for the last few weeks. So let's go and have a look at the charts. So this is my profile for all the charts. Generally, if there's extended like this one here, the pound yen, it means there's trades on. If it's not extended like these ones, it means there's no trades on at the moment. So that's just my profile. So we'll start with the pound yen because that's first cab off the rank. Now all my charts are normally got obviously the pair and what the sequence of trades is from the top down. Sometimes it might be just a high probability trades up the top and the mod MACD or second trades down below. I normally have an overall break even, and in brackets it'll be either negative or positive. If it's negative, you want the current price to be below it, and the break even level is normally these yellow dash lines. So if I take a buy, it's normally the intersection of two blue lines, like here, the dashed vertical blue line, that's the buy, or as for sell, it's the red vertical lines. Now remember, these videos, you can always pause them or slow them down or speed them up. I might be talking too quick for some, too slow for others. The accent might be hard, etc. You can just go to YouTube and just slow it down or pause it. And you can read all this stuff, because I'll rip through these charts pretty quick once I get going. I normally make notes about what sort of divergence, etc., in here, and the pips to date is just how many pips are on that spreadsheet we just looked at. So red lines, intersection of sell, blue lines, intersection of buy. If you see a grey vertical line, it normally means I'm looking at something that's possibly setting up. If you see trend lines, red is normally bearish, green is bullish, and if you see red dotted lines like this, that is normally a stop in place. Now, I've taken a high probability buy here. You can read my notes. I've already closed out half, and I've put a stop in place, and that's that stop there. And since then, I've taken a sell. So I'm going to buy and a sell. Overall break-evens up here. So it's only half a lot buy, full lot sell. Hence, my overall break-even is minus 0.01. And it's at that level there, 144,763. So hopefully that will make sense. I won't rabbit through all this on every chart, but this just gives you an idea where I'm at. So it's looking good on the pound yen. The pound pairs, they're the old Brexit still dragging on. All right, USD Canada. I am getting rid of the mod MACD trade, so you'll see some charts still with the MACD down the bottom here. In this case, this is one of them. So I'm going to HP sell and a mod MACD sell, both on the same candle. I've closed half my high probability out and set a stop on the high probability trade at that level there. At the moment, it's gone down nicely, so I'm in good profit, which will hopefully clear some of that. I find the USD Canadian pair a tough one to trade. I don't know why. I've never had great success with it, but I persist with it. I don't know why. I like my Canadian friends. I've got a lot of them here, but it's just a tough pair to trade. So we're looking good at the moment. So basically, if I get a blue dot on the MACD platinum down here, I'll bring down this stop probably to a better level, and I'll probably close out either half of them the mod MACD, or I'll close it out, sell it, or close it out altogether. So I'm not sure. Just wait and see. AusCAD. Yeah, I sort of stuffed up this pair. I don't know why I took this buy trade here. It's, to me, it was obviously regular bullish divergence as marked by the green trend lines here, but price was right at the 50 MA, which is a dumb trade for me to take. Now I've taken a sell too. It's not even a great setup itself, but it's with the trend. There's hidden bearish divergence there, only slight, but it's there, and the trend is down, you can see. So I'm going to have to work my way out of this. So hopefully it'll push down a bit, and I can get out of this sell trade with a profit, then start looking to try and work my way out of that buy trade. Got a few pips in the bank, so it's not the end of the world. It's just I'm not sure. There must have been a reason I took that buy trade. I was probably in a sell previous, and it stopped out. So at the moment, overall break even NA is hedged. So I've locked in a loss there between the buy and the sell. So just a matter of waiting. All right, pardon me. Euro New Zealand. Yeah. And a couple of trades here. You can read my notes. I took a HP sell, hedge buy, followed by a second sell. Went down to the overall break even. I probably should have gotten out there, but I've seen this big top up here. I like it. Big sort of resistance area. Look, it's once, twice, 3, 4 times now. So, and yeah, the overall break even is here because I'm minus 0.06 in total. It came close, and I wish I'd sort of gotten out there. It probably would have been a smart thing to do, but I didn't, so I've got to work my way out. If price goes up, hopefully might not go higher than this top again and come back down. We'll see. So that's something I've got to work my way out. Got plenty of pips in the bank to play with, so it's all good. CAD Swiss, another trade that's doing my head in a little bit. Still in the modern MACD buy trade, and we've got plenty of other trades. I'll take a sell, hedge buy, second sell, second hedge buy, third sell in here, then a third hedge buy. It's a pair that doesn't generally move much. If you go sort of, it's not a big mover. See, it's sort of got that sideways channel sort of And we've got this high across here. It's up there at the moment, so hopefully it might bounce down and we'll get another sell trade to the downside. It's nothing, even though it looks a bit ugly, that's all pretty tight, and it's a pair that I'm quite confident I can trade my way out of. We'll see though, won't we? Oh, geez, we're getting all the good pairs here, aren't we? New Zealand CAD, this is another pair that's causing me a little bit of grief at the moment, but again, it's a pair I'm confident of trading out of. Still in the sell from way back here, so that's a good thing. So that sell trade's a standalone trade. Then I went to a HP buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. And read my notes here. Overall break even, because I've got a couple of different trades on. I've got one HP sequence from here down underneath that, and that's the old sell trade up there. You'll probably hear a vendor going past my place, as usual case when I'm doing a video. It's middle of the day here, 3 o'clock. So these are my overall break-evens. Not ideal, because they're a long way below that at the moment, but it's a pair, as I say, I can generally trade my way out of no problems at all. And here's a grey dotted line. It just means I'm looking at something. I'd say on Monday, I'll probably get a new sell up here, which is probably not a bad sell. So I'll take that and I'll change all this overall break-even, etc. Yeah, it's a pair I can trade out of. Aussie Japanese yen in a sell trade. Probably get rid of those. They're no longer in play. So sell trade, you can see regular bearish divergence, higher highs on price, with the trend, and lower high on the MACD Platinum. So I've taken a sell in here. It's with the trend. Yeah, normally when it goes this high, you could probably even say it's a double top, if you looked at it. If you just look through a line across there, you could say it's just about double top. So I'm expecting a downward movement here. The MACD Platinum's above the zero level, which, as we know in the high probability trades, if it's above the zero, I'm looking to sell, bring it back down, because as we all know, this meanders through the zero level. So it's just a matter of using these signals. But it's looking all right at the moment. Euro CAD, I took a buy here. This is another one of these dumb trades. I think it was basing on this. The buy was taken in here. High risk is priced close to MA, as you can see. So it was a high risk trade. I took it. Price didn't really go up. It did, as soon as the MACD goes through the zero level, I should be looking at just getting out of that trade, but I didn't, so I'm stuck in it. Then a sell presented, which is good because it's got a hidden bearish divergence. So price is going down, lower highs, which with the trend, and the MACD is going up. So hidden bearish divergence there. Took the sell, so it locks in that loss at the moment. As you can see, fully hedged on the overall break-even. So the plan is to trade this sell, work this sell trade and make as much profit as I can out of that. Then when the market does reverse, try and clean out that buy trade somehow. New Zealand USD. We're in a sell trade from way back here. That's in profit and the stop's in place there. I think I took another sell trade because this is completely separate. This sell trade again. And I've closed half of that. And that stop is at the same level. 64708. Remember, you can pause this video and have a look. So I'm in two sell trades that stops in place up here, which is good. Price has gone up and come back down. Took a buy here. So these are three separate trades. Taking a buy here, I've closed out half already when I got that red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level. And Monday I'll be looking probably to sell this again. Grey lines there, so there's a red dot above the MACD Platinum. Already in two previous sells. My buys closed half, locked in profit with a stop there. So I'm just working the New Zealand. If you want one pair to trade, this is a good, on daily charts, this pair is a good pair to trade. It's pretty forgiving and it's fairly straightforward in its moves. So this is New Zealand USD and looking good there. Overall break evens all the way up there, which is great because we're minus 0.01 overall. So prices, that's easy pips there. Oz Swiss in nothing. Euro Swiss franc in a buy based on this regular bullish divergence or that support line, whichever one you want to look at. High risk trade, as I probably said, it's price at the MAs, which I took, one of these ones that sort of worked out. I've already closed out half, stop and place up there. Would have closed half when that dot on the MACD Platinum was presented, hence the grey vertical line, ready to look to the downside. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, what am I in here? And a couple of trades. Well, looks a buy back here. You can see my notes, read the notes. Took the buy, closed out half, stop here, very close to it at the moment. And I took a recent sell based on, there's no divergence on the sell trade, but technically the trend is still down. Overall break-evens up here. It's probably that sell trade, a little bit. Price is sitting on the 240 LMA, so it's a bit of a high risk. It's coming down back to 240, which can sometimes bounce off there. But because I've already got a partial buy on, I'm happy to take that sell trade also. So that's looking all right at the moment. Euro yen. Similar story, a lot of these yen pairs taking a buy back here, high risk sort of trade. So against the trend, you can read my notes. Already closed half, stop and place, and took a recent sell. Overall break evens all the way up there. It's negative, so it's good. Price is below, so looking good on the euro yen. Let's have a look, see what else is coming along. USD, Japanese yen. In a buy, pardon me. Yeah. In a buy here. Got the red dot on the MACD Platinum. Didn't really go too far at all. I've closed out half. I'm still in this just. Hasn't stopped me out yet. It came very close. Well, I think I'm stopped out yet. But so we're in a buy, looking to sell. I draw my trend lines in anticipation of a possible setup on divergence. Nothing's been confirmed yet. When you see some of these lines, I move them, draw them, adjust them from day to day. So I don't have to look at it new every day. So I can just see. I'll show you another chart when I finish this, how I look at it. Euro USD. Look at this pip total. Don't look at the pips though. I was in a lot of trades and I got out, but break even overall. And the swap nearly killed me, but it gave me a lot of pips. So the pips, as I always say, are a little bit deceiving, but it's going all right. The euro is not a pair I like to trade, but I do trade it because everyone else trades it, so I'm just trying to keep on top of it. Took a sell here, hidden bearish divergence. You can see lower highs on price, higher highs on the MACD Platinum by the trend lines. Took a sell, looking all right at the moment. It's in a downtrend. The only thing I don't like is the higher high on price. So it generally tells me a trend could be changing, but at the moment looking good. Aussie New Zealand. I took a buy, followed by a hedge sell in here, and I'm thinking on Monday I might be going another to a second buy. It's just gone. I just have trouble trading this pair also. Even though I'm making a few pips on it, it's sometimes hard going. I like trading the Aussie, I like trading the New Zealand, but I don't like trading them together. So there is possibly bullish divergence forming there, so there may be a buy signal on Monday. If there is, then I'll take a second buy at 0.06 and go to my multiple trade spreadsheets and look for overall break-even level. Take it from there. As you can see, the MACD Platinum still below the zero level. Pound Aussie. What are we in? We're sell, buy. What was the buy there? Yeah. Might have been a hedge or something. So I've taken another sell recently, last week. Looks like Monday or something, possibly Tuesday. There's my overall break-even level down here. It's been hard going, a lot of the pound pairs due to the Brexit uncertainty, and no one knows if they're coming or going over in the UK. I was actually born over there, so I keep a close eye on how things go, but geez, sometimes I don't know what's going on. Brexit, tough going. I wish they would either do it or not do it. Instead of, it's been dragging out. When was the vote? 2016, June 2016. It's dragging out. All right, euro pound. What are we in? We're in a HP. We're in a sell from down here. Stop and plays. Closed out half. The reason I would have closed out, it's got a blue dot down here on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. Hence the grey dotted vertical line. Looking for a potential buy setup now. Euro GPP. GPP being the key word, Brexit. Euro Aussie in a sell here, went against me. So if you were trading this traditionally with stops, you probably would have had a stop in above this high somewhere, so probably in that level, depending on how you place your stops. So you may have been stopped out there. I wasn't, so it went against me. Prices come back down, bounce back up and start heading down again. The MACD is just about at the zero level now. So if I get in some profit on this, and we're in the MAs, it's a sort of high risk trade to start with. So I get out at break even, that'd do me, and I just wait for another setup. Aussie USD, nothing happening at the moment. Potential double top up here, or you could say, you could look at it as divergence also. I look at it as a double top. So if I get a sell signal, which I may I could probably throw the QQE advance on the chart and have a quick squeeze. So we're looking for QQE advance, so just quickly throw it on the chart. No, it's not. It's close to crossing, but it hasn't crossed yet. So highly unlikely I will get a sell signal on Monday, tomorrow. So I won't worry about it yet, but potentially setting up for a sell. That's what I'm looking at. GP CAD in a sell, going all right. Price at the 240 LMA at the moment. Not too bad considering how far the MACD platinum's above the zero level. So looking all right there. CAD yen in nothing, potentially setting up with the trend lines, the divergence here. Just keep on moving those lines every day, just until something gets confirmed or they're no longer valid. Then I just delete them. But at least it gives me a heads up. I know what I'm looking at. Hence the grey dotted line there. So it just makes it easy when I'm scanning the charts every day. Pound Swiss, same again. Looking, the divergence is potentially setting up. I'm just going to keep the mod MACD, the fast MACD on this chart because it's a pair that seems to go pretty well with it. If you go back in history, I think it goes all right. Looking at the fast MACD down the bottom here. Yeah, it's got a bit ugly in there, but nice uptrends on the HP, so it wouldn't have been too bad. So nothing happening at the moment on the pound Swiss. New Zealand Swiss, nothing happening here. Nice base forming, possible sell. We're in a downtrend. You look at the MAs. Remember, it's just a guide. The MAs, price has gone up, bounced down, hit this sort of level, bounced up again. Sort of struggling to break these previous highs. Looks like it's rolling over again. The MACD is above the zero level, so looking to sell. All right, let's go. Got a few more pairs. USD Swiss franc, a pair that does my head in. This blue dotted dash line is parity, 1.0000. And if you look back through in history, it's a place that it sort of gets to, and it sort of, you can see it's a fairly significant sort of level. Price either bounces around it or can't really break away from it. Again, like the Euro USD, it's sort of inversely correlated to that, so which normally means if you're buying the USD Swiss franc and buying the Euro US dollar, one of them's wrong, generally. Or you're selling them both, one of them's wrong. They tend to go together, and it's a tough pair to trade, and it's reflected in my pip count down the bottom there. Pound New Zealand. In a sell, it's not going too well at the moment. I was a bit concerned about this level here, and it's proved probably me correct. It's high risk because trend is up and price close to support level. So it's a high risk trade all round. Price did go down, hit that sort of level. You can see it's based on this high here and that high over here, and it's bounced up. But the MACD platinum's above the zero level, so that's given me a little bit of confidence. Got some bearish divergence there also. Pound US, pair that I've got too many trades on and I want to get out. So I think I'm I've got a few pips in the bank, looking for a sell, and I may close out some of these buy trades if I do take a sell. Try and lock in some profit and just work my way out. It's the Brexit pair from hell, the pound USD. You see I guess you can say it's an uptrend now. The MAs are starting to turn, a little bit hard to read. I can probably get rid of that one because the 25, I don't need that on the chart anymore. So I've got the 50, the 100 and the 240 LMA. So 1500 EMAs and the 240 is just LMA. It's just what I like. I don't know why I've picked them, but they seem to work for me. But they look like they're turning up, but the pound could roll down. If I get a sell, I'll take the sell. You can read my notes. I might close out one or two of these buys to lock in more pips and try and work my way out that way. New Zealand yen, nothing happening at the moment. Plenty of good pair to trade, like the New Zealand USD. Looking for a potential sell set up here. So you can see my divergence line's already drawn in, and my grey vertical line shows the red dot on the MACD Platinum above the 0 level. Gold, nearly got out in a few trades here. You can read my notes. Took a buy a couple of days ago, shot up to my break-even levels and pulled right back down. It's in a bit of a sideways for a few weeks now. Look at that movement here. See this big move up and boom, sideways. Down a few pips on gold. I'm finding it a little bit tough to trade, but I'm sticking with it, and I'm going to see if we can work something out. It's a little bit different to the normal Forex pairs, but it is actually gold against USD. And silver does basically the same. Looks a bit better in the gold chart. In a few trades, I've made a few dollars on this one. At the moment, overall break even, and you can read my notes in a HP buy, followed by HP sell hedge, and a second buy, and just took a mod MACD buy the other day. So I've got 2 overall break even levels. Overall is the 1806 one, which is the bottom one. And the top one is 18143, which is the high probability, just the high probability trades. There's 3 here without looking at the mod MACD. So that's them on the pairs, guys. Now, there's what I do. I know it's a lot of people sort of struggle with the divergence. I'll just show you. Where's my profiles? All right, we'll go to the bearish divergence. So I've got another profile set up. It's basically the same charts, and what I'm looking for, it's just exactly the same pairs I've just gone through. As I'll take a quick drink while that's loading. And it's taking its sweet time. Why haven't I got more pairs? I might just pause and have a little wait. All right, all the pairs are up. So all I've done is I've set up the charts, just adjusted so the QMP filter, all I'm showing is red dots. So when I go to the colors, you'll see there's only red dots here in the properties. There's none. So you won't see the green dots on the QMP filter, and same can be said for the MACD Platinum. Colors, just got the red, and there's none in the no green ones. And also on the, I've got rid of the second line, the dotted line that's normally on the MACD Platinum. So this is just, all I'm seeing is the red dots on both indicators. So all I do is go through and draw where I've seen divergence of some sort. This is all bearish divergence, whether it be regular or hidden. And every day I go through these and just check them. Draw, and the grey line, the red line's where a signal was presented. And I just, when I go back through, I can just have a look here and see where it got out, and I just wait for the next one, sort of thing. So I've just started doing this, obviously, because I haven't got much in the way of history, but, you know, like, there's no divergence between that and that, because there's a high there and a high there. They're both heading up, so no divergence, no lines drawn. That would have been probably a good sell trade. So that's the bearish one, and if you go to, I've probably got a bullish one, which I have, and wait for that to come up. Normally my charts are on a bit quicker on this on the weekends, considering it's the market's closed. So let's have a look at the, oops, wrong button. So this is bullish. Again, I've got rid of the red dots on the QMP filter, and I've got rid of the red dots on the MACD Platinum. So I'm just looking for bullish divergence. You might see on some of these charts, like this one, another vendor goes past. Dark slate grey is my normal red dot. I just put them on, sometimes I put them on the chart just so I can see where the sell would have been. So for example, I took a buy there. So the signal was to buy on that one. And it's gone against me. I just want to see where the sell would have been. So if I hedge my way out of it, the MACD Platinum still below the 0 level, then I'll just look for the second buy sort of thing. So that's the that's the bullish, and that's just one way of help you find divergences, because I know a lot of times a lot of people struggle, especially hidden divergence. It's not the easiest thing to find at times. I still use my cheat sheet every now and then. with Divergence. But that's just a tip for you. If you guys want to use it, that's fine. It just makes it a simple way of looking for it, and you can concentrate, especially on historical charts. Like say, all right, New Zealand USD, I can just go back in history and look for divergence. You know, like here, like there's one. You know, it's so obvious sort of thing. There's bullish divergence there. I know it's red, but don't worry about the colours. Yeah, and you can say, well, I took the buy there. Price went through the MACD level platinum there, so I'll probably close out half, put a tight stop in, and it drops down. So you know, you see what I mean? It just helps you. There's one. It just helps you spot them real easy because you're just looking at the obvious dots on the chart. So yeah, and I'm just looking for bullish. Okay guys, hopefully that's it, covered everything. It's probably a lengthy video, so again, thanks for watching, and you might notice a slightly different sound. I've just taken my $1 million microphone out and trying to use the laptops. I've had a few complaints about the lack of volume. It's probably too loud now, and it's probably sounding a little bit tinny, but let's just see if the volume improves. Thanks for subscribing if you have. If not, hit the like button at least. I know they're not the most exciting videos, they're not the most professionally done, but I'm just trying to get a message across without all the bells and whistles and save me lots of work. And I would like to thank everyone that has watched or joined my Facebook group or read any of my books. It's always appreciated, and welcome to you all, and thanks to the guys that have been hanging around for a couple of years now. All right, everyone, have a good day, have a good weekend, and I've got to go watch some more Rugby World Cup in about 40 minutes. Go the South Africans. Cheers.